Stretching the force.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Production Floor Podcast. I'm Mr. Teets. Now I'm joined here with only two of our members today. We've got the decrepit old white devil.
Yellow.
And we have the man whose anus is looser than a black hole, Mr. Deep Anal Fisher.
It's slightly tighter today.
Well, yeah, you've been doing some exercises.
No, just, shit's just been puckering me up. That's all.
Okay.
You old pucker up.
Oh, puckered up.
Yeah,
You
we got
old
clients
bastard.
incoming.
Yeah. Now only planets can get in there. That just...
It's an improvement from stars.
right?
Yeah,
Not as warm, though.
That is
unfortunately.
It's a cold, damp cave.
Yeah. Happens to the best of us.
Speaking of cold, damp caves, how's everyone enjoying
Cold damn games.
How's everyone enjoying the weather today? This is pretty cold
Perfect.
and damp. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's getting a bit chilly.
a little bit, but nothing I'm not used to.
I've been reading, actually, that this we're actually going to be having one of the coldest winters on record. But I feel like that's the type of shit they say at the beginning of every fucking winter now.
Yeah, they said that last year. They said that the year before. They said that the year before that.
Yeah, so I don't know if like every year is just like progressively getting colder, or
possibly.
if that's the case, or like, or you're just gonna end up like all freezing to
We're
death
just
at some point.
headed for another ice age. It's okay.
An ice age, that would be kind of interesting.
Yeah,
That
I'm
would
ready
suck
for
ass
it.
though, because I fucking hate being cold.
Me too.
that's my favorite temperature. I love being cold.
You can't survive in cold, and neither can like wildlife and shit. Like at least in the heat, like there's other stuff you can go kill and eat. Like what are you gonna eat when everything's frozen?
Ice.
Fucking snow.
Ice and snow.
Reindeer. Certain things live in in the cold,
Yeah.
but it's so few and far between that we're all the
Say
skinny as fuck.
reindeer, this motherfucker.
Oh yeah, I'll eat a fucking reindeer.
Well, we're
Yeah.
humans. We'd fucking capture it and make a factory out of it.
True.
Yeah, but what else?
And then we'd have food again.
But what else lives in the
It'd
cold?
suck at
penguins?
first,
Can,
but-
can you eat penguin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Someone
Just
Google
like
that.
any other bird. You can
Well-
kill a pigeon and eat a pigeon.
And and that's the thing that makes me wonder. There's got to be some wildlife we can't eat that would just make us sick.
Oh yeah, there are plenty. Like, there are certain fish that do live in the cold, but their special adaptations are so. Like, there's a fish that can swim in Arctic water that is below freezing, but the
Fuck.
way they live in it, the way they swim in it, is that scientists found out they have a special chemical that is closely related to antifreeze, essentially.
Oh,
So if you eat that fish, you're eating essentially
Basically eating antifreeze.
like a cousin of antifreeze.
Yeah.
freeze. Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty
fuck.
much.
So there are a couple of fish out there that, because of how they survive, you'll get fucked up real quick.
All right, and that makes me wonder. There's got to be some mammals that would fit that description too at some point, right?
Outside
Like-
the platypus, I don't know.
I don't know.
Like, well, what about like
It's probably not many.
Yeah.
what's one thing? What about like monkeys?
Unless they eat like
Wouldn't it like make you
poisonous
sick if you ate
shit.
monkeys?
If they're
like
infected,
koalas.
yeah.
So
well,
no, I'm just saying not
Koalas are
infected
just
creature,
stupid.
just like a healthy creature in
Yeah.
the wild. There's no mammal that we could eat that would make us sick.
like if we just bite into her off the tree,
Obviously, well, not necessarily off the tree, like cooked, prepared.
like grab the
and shit.
bitch. Ah!
Oh, it's dinner time. Come here, you little fucker.
Bite
I
its
don't
tail
know.
off.
That's
Well, koalas have chlamydia, so
Well, that's pretty gross.
you know.
yeah.
But no, but like
Ebola
I mean,
can be transmitted by certain monkeys.
yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, is there certain like parasites that just live within these organisms?
Ooh,
that would-
rabies. If it's infected by rabies, you'll be infected too. But if
Right.
you cook it, then you'll be good.
Right. So does
15 animals we eat that are actually deadly poisonous to us. So apparently we can eat those fuckers too. We got
Humans.
the pufferfish,
This is why we're in the top of the
the
motherfucking food
barracuda
chain.
butcher,
Hmm.
European quail.
Wait, what? Quail?
Yeah.
Why are we not supposed to eat quail?
I'm reading. According to reports, 3 men in Turkey died after eating roasted quail. Hemlock poisoning. Because one of the favorite seeds of the quail is the hemlock, which is poisonous and cannot be cooked out.
Oh, so it's not necessarily its meat, it's its diet.
Yeah. So if the creature eats something poisonous, then it'll probably kill us if not prepared specifically.
Yeah, that shit should be fucking
like
obvious.
the pufferfish. People do eat pufferfish, but it's deadly.
I thought it's only deadly if you cut it wrong.
Yeah.
It's deadly if you don't prepare it right. Correct.
Right.
Like if you cut it incorrectly, that releases like the poison gland into all the meat or
The
something.
contents of their bodies are so intensely poisonous that if a human ingested just 1 ounce of the wrong part of the pufferfish, they would die a miserable death.
Yeah.
Death between 4 to 24 hours.
That's not long.
No.
But that's long enough to just.
With no known cure.
But it's long enough to
So if
go
you eat
through
the
agonies
wrong
and
part,
stuff.
you're fucked.
Now,
Nothing we can do can save you.
Hey, well, you better hope you can puke it all out real quick.
now remember, the only way we know that is because some poor fuckers probably went through
Yeah,
that.
somebody ate that shit and
He was
suffered.
probably desperate. It was like, fuck, I'm hungry.
And the sad part is, it was more than one because we haven't
More than one
estimated
because
time
we
for-
can eat it these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can eat it, and there's a time frame. They say, well, some people die at 4, some people it takes 24.
Lord. That's what I love about that
The
shit.
common toad. Some people eat the common toad, apparently.
Like,
Yeah.
frog legs. I've heard
Yeah.
of this.
Well, this is a toad, not a frog.
Either way, frog legs.
Triggerfish.
I didn't know people eat those.
Chicken.
Okay, explain this one.
Yeah, I need further explanation as well. Why are we not supposed to eat chicken? Who made the rule?
Steroids.
But we do that too. though.
You
Yeah.
inject them with steroids. Certain types of steroids can cause, like,
Again.
cysts and shit in the body.
Yeah, but again though, like it's the diet. The chicken, if it's just eating, like if it's in its natural environment, there should be no issues eating the damn thing.
Polar bear liver, apparently.
You can't eat the liver.
Huh.
No.
Why not?
They have high concentration of vitamin A will cause hypervitaminosis A, leading to liver failure, bone damage, vomiting, and headaches.
Fuck. That sounds terrible, actually. Eating a liver?
Goose.
Wait, you're not supposed to eat goose?
Because the goose eats mostly blister beetles, its body stores a high concentration of cantharidin, a poison that is resistant to cooking, and just 10 milligrams of it can kill a person.
Huh.
This is from the African variety. In North America, there are some with the same.
Yeah, but do we have the beetle? Where they fucking feast off that makes them point? Because again, I'm noticing these creatures, the only reason we don't eat it is because what it's eating.
Yeah, that's usually what it comes down to. This Korean fucking thing.
A squid?
I'm not even about to pronounce this. It's like San Nakji or something. It's a fresh octopus.
I don't...
Favorite frog?
Mm.
Certain frogs.
Clams?
Blood clams.
What's a blood clam?
It's a type of shellfish found in the shallow waters of the Indian Ocean and Pacific Ocean around Africa, India, China, and Japan. They are called so because they have hemoglobin in their bodies. You know, that's the thing that makes their blood red. And it's their habitat that creates the perfect storm for those diners who like to eat their blood clams raw or boiled. They will sometimes have high levels of human and animal waste due to where they live.
Oh, yeah, that's a good reason not to eat it.
Yep.
It grew up in poop shit.
One drop of venom from this snail can kill 20 people.
Nice.
The blister beetle, of course, that we mentioned earlier. Jellyfish. And the auger shellfish. Yeah. So mostly we can't eat things because of their diet.
And it's not.
If they don't eat toxic plants or animals or insects or whatever, then they're pretty much okay to eat.
Yeah, so there's no real limitation for us on any kind of like specific meat unless that meat has eaten something that would foul up its own shit.
Pretty much.
God damn, so I guess we really are like top of the food chain if that's the case. Like we could technically just eat anything and every damn thing.
Like this guy says, I know of no mammal that has toxic flesh or meat. There are parts of animals that are toxic, depending on what animal it is. Like the platypus has certain parts that are toxic.
I probably wouldn't want to eat the anus.
I was going to say, I'll put it like this. We've gotten so good at just finding resources. Now we go to planets, other planets that literally could kill us and go, that looks like fun. Let me go there.
I mean, I'd try some alien meat.
Yeah.
Like, we're so good at this shit, we're just bored now.
Yeah, we're like, nothing's killing us anymore.
We're so fucking good at surviving.
Why we kill each other? We're like, fuck it. Nothing else is killing us. We might as well kill each other.
I don't know what it made me think of it, but I was sitting at the desk one day just thinking about, we're going to fucking space, going to a planet that could kill us for fun. We're so good at surviving on this planet. We went, you know what?
We want a challenge.
I want a fucking challenge. Let me go to Mars.
These rocks,
that's
easy.
Really
I can climb all these rocks. Let's go find more dangerous rocks
right?
on another planet where I can't
And those
breathe.
rocks don't have plants, don't have mold or any fungi to speak of. Nothing. Just literally just rocks.
That's the next challenge. We're trying to find a planet with that shit so that we can find more ways
and
to
that's the
survive.
thing that's gonna get scary too, because you know all those like movies you see of like aliens seeding life on the planets and shit. That's probably gonna be us on some other planet.
Oh, yeah.
In all honesty, at this rate, like if we do succeed with our little vacation trip to Mars and shit.
Vacation trip. It's our vacation home. It's lovely.
See,
it's pretty
like
quaint.
the one thing about the human, about all life on the planet, is that humans have more endurance. Like if you look at the fastest animals, they're fast over short distances.
Oh, like the cheetah.
Yeah.
But humans can keep up the same pace for long periods of times. That is part of what makes us a supreme predator.
That and that's why a dog is our best friend.
Yeah.
Dogs can also do the same thing.
Yep.
If they have a nice steady pace, they can keep that shit for a long time.
Yeah.
And we
See,
keep
most of the
steady pace.
wildlife on the planet doesn't do that shit. They're
Yeah.
great at short distances.
Right? They can outrun, outmaneuver your ass.
That's why they look for like the weak animals and shit. They're like, I can go grab that
Real
and
quick,
relax.
Yeah, they're all about burst
Yep.
speed, just boom.
We're just
Which is why
I'm gonna
you
catch
know,
up to you soon. Just
once we started
Go ahead.
making weapons,
Yeah,
we were like, fuck it. I don't have to try as hard.
right,
Boom, dead. Mine.
right.
Follow
I'll
the
pick it
blood.
up later.
You exhausted a whole herd, and they just been running all
Just take
day.
out a whole herd. You're like, what's next? I still got energy.
Right?
My trigger finger's not tired yet.
That and like we were clever people, especially like the natives, man. How they were like trick buffalo to run off a cliff, and they would literally kill like hundreds of them at a time.
Yep.
And feed like multiple villages and just have feasts every fucking night.
Imagine that shit. You're just like, oh, I got too
Imagine
much
having
fucking
a
meat.
feast every night.
Right?
Oh.
Hey, we
I
got
wish we
meat.
lived like that
Everybody
these
come.
days.
Yeah,
Everybody.
Everybody.
Unfortunately, I gotta pay taxes though.
Oh,
The only thing
boo.
holding me back.
Oh, boo-hoo. You got to pay taxes for the feast you get every fucking night. You bastard. You fucking... Oh, that's the whitest shit I've heard. I got to pay taxes. Oh.
I can't have a feast every night because I have to pay my taxes.
Oh, fuck. I get a free feast every night because we were so successful.
Fucking socialism.
Fucking socialism. God damn it. So much about... They should go out there and hunt their own buffalo.
Yeah, everybody should be able to get their own buffalo.
Right?
One buffalo per day.
Jesus.
That's a lot of fucking meat, dude.
That is
Oh, yeah.
A buffalo,
Have you
Think
seen
about
this?
how many burgers you can make out of that.
Dude, at
Plus
least like
steaks.
400 easy.
Yeah.
Easy. Because a
Yeah.
buffalo's what, like 300 pounds?
Have you
I
seen
don't know.
those shits?
And I think that's
They're
what
almost a ton.
I think. Oh,
Those motherfuckers are
so
big.
300 is like the baby.
I think it was you or some guy at work who has a farm, or we're just
Male.
talking.
1 to 2.2 tons.
What? What the fuck?
Oh my, that makes it even worse. So they
That's
kill
the male.
hundreds of those
Females
motherfuckers.
are
Hundreds.
790 to 1,200 pounds.
What the fuck?
That's 100 tons.
That's a fuck ton. That's what
Yeah.
I would be generous as fuck too if my entire house was filled with something. Be like, shit, I have to share this, otherwise I'm gonna fucking attract shit that's gonna end up killing me for this.
Right?
Cook it all, bring over the cousins, the fucking neighbors, let's feast.
Like
Jesus,
a
that's
single
lot of meat.
cow can produce up to 1,200 burgers.
So imagine
One
a ton
cow.
of meat.
Buffaloes are bigger than cows.
Yeah.
Let's look at the weight of a cow.
600?
Male, a bull could be 2,400 pounds. Female, 1,600.
Oh, so
About mid-range.
they're a lot bigger. They're
That's
a lot
still
bigger
pre-
than cows.
Yeah, that's a fuck of a lot bigger.
Yeah, so
Fuck of a lot bigger.
thinking you're getting about 1,200 burgers from one cow. Probably around like 3,000 for a buffalo. Somewhere
around
around
there?
there.
And these are good sized burgers.
Oh, yeah.
And imagine, like natives, they didn't eat a lot of meat either. They didn't eat a lot of meat. It was just like enough.
That is true.
I
They
didn't-
mainly
yeah.
like kind of lived off grains and shit like that.
Only
So-
the rich people were fat.
Well,
and ate a
no,
lot.
it made sense too because it's just why like lions sleep all the fucking time. Whenever you eat a shit ton of meat, your body has to use energy to digest what you just ate.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the lion, he's like, well, I just spent all this fucking energy hunting and eating. Now I gotta spend more energy digesting, so I'm just gonna take me a fucking cat nap.
Rawr.
Yeah. Laying under the tree, sleeping for like 8 fucking hours.
God, a lot of that had to be jerky.
It had to have been.
It had to be.
Yeah.
It had. It would
Oh,
just
yeah,
make,
they'd hang that shit to dry.
That's just too much fucking meat.
and that would make sense too, because if you jerky
And
it,
they
you
used to
just
use
have a sh-
Every part of the animal, too.
yeah.
Mm.
Dude, like that's a shit
bones,
ton of
the
supply because
meat.
all the skin and fur, that's blankets, clothing, the bones. If you're smart, you could turn that into like tools and shit, or grind it down into powder. And the powder, I'm sure you can mix in to make like fucking bone marrow stews and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
you could probably grind it down and be like, oh, this is my flavor packet, for
Right.
instant soup. Yeah. Boil some water, add up the fucking ground
Mm.
bones, stir it up.
Mm-hmm. Probably tons of jerky.
That buffalo burger looks big.
Yeah.
Big mother buster.
Yeah.
The only thing is, though, is I bet you the meat is real fucking gamey.
It's
Like, real tough.
the fuck was it? Buffalo burgers are more healthy than beef because there's not enough as much fat.
Well, yeah, the buffalo's wild.
Yep.
It runs around and shit, like running through cars and fucking hunt. Goddamn creature weighs
Yep.
over a ton. That's more than a fucking Honda CRX, dude. Like that buffalo could literally fucking outweigh my car, man.
Yeah. Yep.
And to imagine, there used to be stories about buffaloes being like, these are kind of on the smaller side, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently
The buffalo we have today are tiny compared to
Yeah, they used to be bigger because there was
Just
more
imagine
land.
that
One
shit.
thing I've noticed,
imagine
nature
like 6,000 burgers.
nature adapts to its environment, man.
Oh yeah.
Like shit, like I forget what creature it is, but there's one depending on like what kind of tank you put it in will determine like the size it'll grow to and shit. Yeah, like it'll grow to its environment. I think it's like some kind of turtle. Like I know it's a weird reptile. Like depending on like the aquarium you have it in, will determine how big it'll end up getting.
Nature's crazy.
Nature is fucking crazy and tasty.
Nature tasty.
Fucking tasty. Like
Damn, nature, you tasty.
But imagine,
Stop being so tasty.
so that means
But don't.
buffaloes were probably what? Maybe like 2 tons back in the day. Imagine like 10,000 creatures that each weigh 2 ton apiece running across an open fucking plains.
Sounds like a feast.
Dude, I bet you that probably felt like a fucking earthquake, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, in all honesty, like, you would feel that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have that all dumped down a cliff, dude? Like, man.
Meat. And that's how we survive.
No,
By
right?
killing, like, big, dumb animals.
Yeah.
And then drying their meat.
So dumb.
So
Yeah.
dumb.
So we would just convince him to run the wrong way.
Oh, you weigh as much
Go
as a
that way.
truck. Yeah, go that way.
There's no
Go.
meat grinder over there.
Yeah.
Run that way.
Go, scare them off the cliff.
Just run right into the meat grinder and we just eat.
Just fucking tear that meat up.
Just run through it, put it on a conveyor belt, cook it, done.
Meat, fur, flavor packets. Just
Yeah.
fucking. Oh,
Yep.
living fucking dream. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's one thing. I can never really understand being vegan. Like, I can understand, like, going vegan for, like, a couple days, but not permanently. I don't see how you could... I can't fathom why somebody would be willing to cut meat out of their life altogether.
Well, some people look at the.
Cruelty to the dumb animals.
Well, I realize they go
feel
through
for the dumb
cruelty, but
animals.
you can buy these things called, like, caged-free eggs and shit like that. You know,
They don't care. It's a precious, cute little animal that has feelings and feels pain.
Yeah, that's
all
why
the-
you don't abuse it.
Still being farmed.
Right? It's still hilarious that they ignore the research that shows plants apparently can feel pain, and they give
Yeah.
warnings and whatnot.
Oh, you know what? That I remember hearing about that in the early 90s. Somebody was doing a study saying that, like, tomatoes actually make a high-pitched scream when they're picked.
Yep.
Like like at a weird audible decibel level that we can't fucking pick up with our human ears.
And more researchers show that when like grass and trees get cut, they send out like little, just giant chemical signals out in the air and in the ground, just warning all the other plants.
Yeah.
So yeah, vegans. That salad
You
eating,
plant murderers.
it's just bodies, just fucking bodies. So yeah,
Might as well
that
eat
makes
both.
sense because honestly, technically, everything is alive on this planet, including the planet itself.
right?
Yeah, that's how it grows.
Like,
It's
yeah.
fucking alive, and they're still eating it. So I don't know why the vegans just don't come on like TV and go, hey, I admit it, I'm not going to eat anything that has cute face. Like if it's cute and I can call it a pet,
I mean, some of
I'm
them
not gonna
say
eat
that.
yeah, I can understand that. I can
If it has
respect
a
that.
face, I don't need
Yeah,
it.
because they're at least
Yeah,
being
I can
honest at
respect
that.
that. But the ones that go like, oh, it's a precious life.
I mean,
and
to
it's
be
like-
honest, most of the food we eat, we never see the face. So
Yeah, but they probably
I never see the
imagine
cow
like,
eye,
cute
it's
cows
just
in
they
their
eat.
face and whatnot.
Imagine that, dude, if like every package of meat they sold, it was like a picture of the cow they had to fucking slaughter to get that meat. Just like a Polaroid
I'm
of
like,
it. Just
No,
like, yep, that's a good looking cow. Give me that
Right.
shit.
like a cereal box on the back, it has like the life of the cow, what his name was,
It's
what his favorite activity was.
They like to eat grass a lot.
This cow preferred shaking its tail to the fucking to the left.
And probably helped me
Counterclockwise.
pick out better meat.
Right.
Like, oh, this one ate grass. All right. What did this one eat? This one ate other cows. Delicious.
Delicious.
You just ignore the part where it said it liked long walks on beach.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah,
Yeah,
damn.
that's
it's
too
irrelevant.
gaming.
No.
I want the cow that just stood in one place for.
It's just
Was partially retarded. Oh, I don't want to eat that one.
Yeah, he sounds like a fat boy. Let me get that one. I bet you gonna have some
That one.
marble steak out of that.
oh, that's hilarious. Just the whole fucking like a bio.
This
of the
cow loved
it.
its mother. Oh, delicious.
You get all these like athletes and champs, and then you just got that one or two cows. This one was retarded and fat and just stood in one place. just, I'm gonna get that one.
Clearance meat.
Jesus.
The meat's marked down to like $5. Like, oh yes, I want it.
Ah, discount.
Discount.
I bet you vegans would probably go back to meat if that was the case. If they felt
think
like
so?
they, I feel like yeah,
This head of
'Cause
lettuce
I feel like a lot of that
sitting out
shit
in the sun all
happened.
day.
because I feel like a lot of people went vegan because it was like, surprise, animals are treated like shit and we harvest them for food.
Mm.
And it kind of just blew their mind.
Surprise, we do the same thing with plants.
We do the same things for a lot of shit, okay?
I know.
A lot of things.
It's great.
And I called, like, T cells or
Right.
stem cells, where they harvest it from, aborted baby.
No, I think you're right
Stuff.
though.
So, if we can do that, I think it's okay to eat a cow.
I think you're right because
I mean, I did the exact same thing in Minecraft. I was like, let me get some cows. Let me make them give birth.
yeah,
And then when the babies grow up, I'm going to murder them and make food.
yeah, that's what I do now on my farm. Murder the shit out. I wait a few days, feed them every day, let them mate, grow up. They're like, all right, time to murder. I'm out of meat.
Yeah.
Ah!
In the herd. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking murder
Yep.
spree. But no, I think you're onto something because the only real like vegetarians, if you will, in history
Hmm?
were the ones that only had like either restricted meat for religious reasons
Mhm.
or two, that's all they had mostly in that area. It was like plants. It's
I
like
mean, they still got fish.
yeah, for the most part, but
As long as you got water nearby.
for the most part, all you had is like reliably more like grains and fruits and whatever was nearby growing.
Right.
Yeah.
And now the vegan thing has exploded because now we can actually see it on TV, get the reports and everything. Oh, I remember there was like a whole slew of, I think it was the 90s. It was like, it used to be like just a thing for a short while where they used to show reports of like abuse in chicken farms and shit like that.
I'm pretty sure it was like the mid 90s when that shit really
It just
started to come out.
exploded, yeah.
And let's be honest, this shit has been going on since well before then. It's just
Oh, yeah.
that's when it came
Out, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when you start seeing the increase in like vegan and vegetarians. It's like,
Oh yeah.
like, you didn't know this was going on? This is
Oh, yeah. I did.
like, I couldn't,
I just pulled up a video.
no, I just don't, I hate when people are like, do you see those videos? Like, well, yeah, how you think that meat got into Walmart so quickly?
Yeah.
It's
Good shit, man.
because they literally farm them.
Well, they don't need to drag it. That's kind of fucked up.
Fucked up, right?
But you see,
Just
oh man, and see, cruelty that is fucked up. That type of shit is unfucking necessary. Oh, he broke the leg.
And tail.
And the tail.
See that
You guys
shit.
can't hear the sounds I'm hearing, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to hear the sounds.
Yeah,
but
that's unnecessary.
Now that I can understand when people go like, I totally get it. Like, look at that jumping on the back. Like, the cow can't even fucking walk, man. No, I understand. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm still gonna enjoy a burger after seeing this.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I
I'm
get
kind
where-
of getting hungry right now.
I get
to
where
be
they're
honest.
coming from. Like, you're not supposed to do shit like that. Like,
No, just treat them good until they're ready to die.
Yeah.
like, I get you have to fucking, you're still gonna end
So
up
I can
killing
eat.
it, but when you do something like that, that not only is that allowing a human being to act in a very inappropriate manner that's probably gonna bleed into a shitty home life and other things inside of the fucking outside of work, but it's gonna ruin the meat.
Yeah.
You
Like,
get the
when-
fear.
Think of the meat.
Think of the meat.
I'm dead serious. Like the
No.
fucking the cows and the meat. Like
Ugh.
the meat tastes better when you give it right nutrients
Right.
and you slaughter it correctly. Like there's certain techniques. Like my family used to have a ranch, dude, and whenever you'd slaughter it, you don't want to freak it out. It has to be a real quick kill, painless,
Mm-hmm.
so it doesn't tense up. Because whenever the animal tenses up during the slaughter, it ruins the
the
fucking meat.
Yeah,
It
right.
fucking ruins it.
And
You
they
want that tense meat? You want that nice, tender, juicy
they literally
stuff.
were just stomping on those cows,
That
scaring the
honestly,
shit out of
that
them,
when I
causing them
looked
pain.
at that, I'm not gonna lie, it reminded me of my childhood and just like all the fucking child abuse and shit that went on.
You know, that would explain why certain burgers I get, like, once in a while, not that often, but once in a while, I just bite into it and go, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like this. Just yeah,
Yeah, it's like, oh,
that's why
Yeah.
because you don't
Ugh.
slaughter it
the
correctly.
fuck
Like,
is this?
and it goes back to one of those things. Like, I'm not a super religious person, but like, there's certain things that are in, like, for example, the Christian Bible. they're there for a good reason. Whether or not you want to take it as religious or not is up to you. Like the fasting, it's healthy to fast occasionally because your stomach needs to rebuild acid.
Yeah.
And the other important thing it says in there is to be a good shepherd of the land. Why do you want to ruin all this shit right there in front of you? You know what I mean? Like stomping on your cows and shit. Like what the fuck? Next thing you know, you're going to have all your cows like dying of depression and you're going to be eating this depressed meat. Next thing you know, you're feeding this depressed meat to like the public
broken
schools.
dreams.
Yeah. You know what? Honestly, that's probably why we have all these kids that are fucked up nowadays. They've been eating all this meat of abused fucking animals.
Yeah.
And steroids.
And steroids,
And
yeah.
steroids. Gotta beef with that meat and that chicken somehow.
Yep.
Which is why chicken nowadays just tastes. Isn't me? It's just that chicken tastes off. Just all of it. Every drumstick I've gotten is like the size of my hand now. That's weird.
I don't tend to eat
no,
the drumsticks. I tend to eat breast.
Well, yeah, but it's still weird. Like, if you remember in the 90s, that meat was a bit smaller compared to now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it weirds it weirds me out. It weirds me out, and plus the meat, maybe to me, maybe it's just me, but it does not
It's
taste right.
scientifically offered, all right?
It does not taste right at
does.
all.
I'm not going to go as far as it doesn't taste right, but I can say it does taste different from what I remembering
Yeah.
regular chicken tasting like.
Yeah.
Like, it tastes off to me.
Yeah.
Like, my brain is like, no.
Yeah, like nowadays I have to use extra seasoning when I cook chicken. Back in the day, I would just add a little water into the pot and that was it.
Yeah.
Just to make sure it didn't
It's
fucking
just
burn.
like
That
the
was it.
plants that we've domesticized. They look nothing like they used to.
Yeah,
because
but
we've
they
cultivated
taste good. I'm talking about, like, chickens the size.
them.
like,
It's the same
almost
thing with
dogs
the plants,
now.
though.
It's probably all
altered
those
them from
the
their original
cockfightings. I
versions.
think that's
Yeah,
what
but
it
they
is.
taste- Again,
Because
it
have you
tastes
seen
good.
some of those fucking chickens that are for cockfighting, dude? The bird is like the size of the goddamn mixer we have here, if not
Yeah.
bigger. Like they're huge. 50
Yeah.
pound fucking chicken and shit with like blades slapped to its talons.
Let's do a cockfight. Let's host a cockfight. Just stand. I mean, not us be hosts. We're just.
Hello and welcome to our first cockfight.
That'd be fun. Just sitting there as.
We're all going to jail after this, but let's watch.
Well, not hosts, but like commentators. Like there's fucking commentators for golf. I'm pretty sure we can just sit there in the booth. So,
Guilty by association.
can you just imagine? That sounds like fun.
Not unless
doesn't
if we film it in Mexico, it's legal there.
True. There you go.
See, there's
Loophole.
loopholes.
Let's go hop the border.
Yeah. We don't need to hop the border. We get.
We just walk across. What?
Yeah.
Look at us. We go hop.
Yeah.
Well, I hop.
We just
you
have-
two just walk across.
Yeah.
Especially you.
Well, getting there, we can all walk.
No, are
getting
you
there.
kidding me?
It's getting
No,
back.
I was
That's the
saying,
crazy part.
he
I'm
would
gonna
just.
segue across, all right?
Yeah, he's gonna be a segue across. You might get a light pat
I'm not
down.
going to be a peasant.
Yeah, they're gonna look at me like, yeah, just pat him down, make sure.
My ass. That's
He
your.
looks like he's from this country.
They would fuck with me on the way back, though.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
You again. You're just gonna segue back across. Just like, beep beep.
They're
Good
like,
day, gentlemen.
passport?
Yeah.
Nah. You look white enough.
It's like, we know you, you and your kind.
Just waving. Good day, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh, yeah, he belongs here.
The motherfucker waving at us as he segues out,
Yeah.
and we're getting strip searched.
See you guys in a week.
Yeah.
Fucking in detention, in the holding cells.
Fuck! Like, what were you doing?
What are you smuggling across?
Nothing.
Especially you.
Audio. We just have audio.
It's just audio equipment. Jesus. Like, we gotta call you to bail us out.
Yeah.
You come on the motherfucking Segway, and we're like, how are we gonna fit on that?
Yeah. And
Not my problem. You're walk behind.
God damn it.
He wouldn't bail us out. Like, the best you do is probably send someone to bail us out. He can't show up. He can't lose
Hey,
any of his
you
white
should probably
fucking
let those
credit
guys
bailing
go,
people
but
out.
I'm not going to force you to.
Thank you.
Shit.
That's all I ask is that you use just a drop of your white
I'll raise your
privilege.
credit score 1 point if you let them out.
Yay.
Fuck yeah, I'm all
I'll
for it.
associate with you, and that'll raise your credit score by a point.
Thank you. Thank you for your kindness. God, you bastard. Well, no Mexico, I guess, for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably safer just stay where we're at. Fuck.
Ooh, but if he goes across, you can bring the equipment with him and just telecast.
Hey, I like this.
Hey.
We'll send you across because you can go back and forth nice and easy. You set up the equipment, and like you said, he'll telecast, and we'll just hop on the Discord and we'll just record like that, so we can still commentate.
On the
I
cockfight.
wonder if that's breaking.
But you guys won't see
Yeah,
it though.
maybe
Video, man.
Yeah.
You're not gonna set up video?
You would have to have a camera set up
It's a
there.
pain in the ass.
Jesus.
Well, you're the
Just the
only one that
worst.
has credit.
Look, you're in Mexico.
True.
You get labor all around you. Just hire it.
Yeah, we
$1,
fucking
$1.
kidding. An American dollar? Fuck yeah, dude. They'll go ape shit for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's like what, 200 pesos?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a lot.
It's
Yeah.
like
Something like that.
give them 20. That's $1 million. There you go.
I know if you go down to Mexico with like $5,000, you get yourself a nice fucking house.
Right?
A
And
nice house with some land. And
You look
shit.
like you have money, so you whip out $1, they'll do fucking anything for you.
Mhm. They'll treat you
There
good.
you go. So, oh fuck! But if he does that, what if he like builds like a mansion out there or some shit? He starts to love it. Like fuck.
Just he'd end up living in Mexico.
And he
dirt
does have-
cheap.
And the beauty is he doesn't have to pay taxes. That's the ultimate one. Like
Yeah.
that's number one. It's like
I think
I
I
have to pay
heard
taxes.
their property taxes are cheap.
Yeah.
Like Jesse Ventura, he's the only person that I know of that's American that talked about paying taxes in Mexico, and he said that he has a big ass fucking place, bunch of land. So it was like $300 a year.
But that also explains certain things about Mexico.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like
yeah. Why certain things are like underdeveloped, they don't charge as much.
yeah.
But at
Like
the
they
same
should.
token, like, and that's the weird thing about Mexico. Like, it doesn't have a middle ground. I notice.
Yeah,
Like, there's
really.
not much of a middle class. There's like
It's broke as
super
fuck.
well off and gorgeous shit, and then all of a sudden there's just a drop.
You're super fucking just poor,
Yeah,
or you're rich.
like third world country poor. like it's fucking bad.
It's like the neighborhood I live in, all right? You got the nice houses, then on the outskirts, you got all the trailer homes.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. No. Right.
it just blows my fucking mind.
And it's
And it's weird because for Mexico, the further north you go, closer to the United States, that's when it starts making the dip towards shittiness. Like it's weird, dude. Like when you go closer to like Central America, to the heart of Mexico, that's when shit starts looking really nice, and you start thinking about like, fuck, I want to live here. It's a nice place. Like it's great weather year round, gorgeous looking women.
You know that could that could be explained by closing off the border. So I was listening to some like the Planet Money a couple of months ago. They were talking about this about how before NAFTA was signed, like Mexicans and Americans could cross the border just freely.
Yep.
So you got a lot of border towns, and they had money, and it was good. It was like pretty much it was like suburbia on the border, pretty much for a while.
yeah,
Then NAFTA got signed, which had the weird consequence. I don't know why somebody wrote it into law, but ended up shutting down the border so they couldn't cross as easily. Like they had to get like all the shit they didn't need. Now there's all of a sudden they need it. Like you need papers, you need like visas. Was beforehand it was just like you show your work card or something.
because I actually do remember it being super fucking
It used to
lenient.
be fucking easy.
Lenient as fuck. Because I remember like all you needed was like an American ID, and you could walk back and forth easy.
Yeah.
Because if you were 18, you were going to fucking Juarez from El Paso, Texas, and you were going to the Tequila Derby with your $10 and getting drunk as fuck legally as an
No.
18-year-old, and then walking back to America.
Yeah. I thought it was like some ancient rule, but apparently
No.
this shit came in during our lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which weird
Well,
the fuck
your
at me.
lifetime.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
No,
But yeah,
like,
no,
it's
that's
weird.
weird.
Like, because for
But-
anybody that was born in the 80s and is still present to this day, like, that's whenever the most fucking change really started happening.
Yeah.
Between the era of, like, I want to say late 60s till fucking now. Shit has been changing, and as changes come, they're getting more dramatic, and they're getting closer together.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just like
change is starting
nonstop.
to happen way more
Way
often now.
quickly. Yeah.
Way fucking and real
Yeah.
dramatic nowadays too.
And I don't, that's what freaks me out is that I can take change. It's okay. I don't what freaks me out are the people around me that can't take change, and you see that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the protests around the world, shit's just going upside down. People are like, how does this happen? Yeah, well, in the old, like just a couple of decades ago, it used to take years for A to affect B to cause C, and now it's like A, B, C are like minutes apart.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah,
Basically.
it freaks me out
Technology.
because
Yeah.
people freak out of how fast it changes.
Yeah, and it changes really fucking fast.
But yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
it's unheard of. Like, especially, like, I know everybody keeps talking about, like, honestly, it still kind of blows my mind whenever I hear people talking about, like, the personal space and the personal bubble. Like, I get everybody deserves it, but, like, it's a new concept, man. Like, even, like, seeing, like, the tents and shit where you can build to have your quiet, like, little... That's a really weird concept to me. No,
personal space.
not personal, not necessarily personal space, but like, those bubbles and shit for those sensitive kids that want to be fucking left alone, and they put, I forget what the fuck they're called, but they're like little tents, and they put them over themselves to be left the fuck alone,
I mean,
to be
are you talking
isolated.
about bubble boys and shit?
Yeah, there's like man, I can't think of the goddamn name for it.
Because
I just considered it personal space.
like in my head, I think you're referring to the bubble boys, but they need that shit.
That's because of the germs and shit. No, I'm talking
No.
about like the people that like demand like that space, and they have to be left. What the fuck is that term for it? It's like a trigger word nowadays too.
Google this. Wait, there's
Special snowflake?
No, that's what
That's-
they're called. But I'm talking about the fucking. Oh my god, dude!
and snowflakes aren't.
Now I'm sounding like
Individual.
a fucking idiot.
No, and I'm.
Because there's like
I don't doubt
I call it a safe
exists.
space
I
because
just
that's
this is
what
the
I've
first time
always
I
known.
probably
it to
hear
be.
about it.
But they have like the areas and shit where like they can put down, and they have like their little safe bubble where none of the worries in the world can bother them.
Yeah,
Like safe space.
yeah. But
That-
I didn't know people like buy shit for it. Though.
Yeah, you didn't know
I've never
that?
heard of this shit in my life.
Yeah, like there's
No.
like little fucking like weird bubbles and shit that like you could put over yourself, and essentially you just like insert yourself in a little mobile cubicle. It's the
Hmm.
best way I can describe it. But anyways, to get back to my
8 places
point,
where you can sleep in a bubble.
Which
Bubble
reminds me,
salons.
but it takes
that's
you back-
why there's a port. That's
I don't
Sorry.
fucking know.
I was like, that's what reminds me back to my point was, that's why it's so poor on the border now. Like because America shut that shit off, that what used to be a thriving like neighborhoods and suburbia, they lost their jobs
Yeah.
because that cut off. So if Daddy can't bring home the bacon, guess what happens at the houses? Guess what happens in neighborhoods when there's a bunch of like moms and dads that can't work,
when
that
it's
don't
a
work.
chain reaction,
Right.
you see the whole thing plummet.
Yeah, and it's not just one
And-
factory closing; it's a whole country just
Yeah,
shutting
it's the
it
whole
off.
top part of the country, and it's my understanding Mexico doesn't have food stamps or anything like that.
No, so they went from I have money one day to
To absolutely fucking nothing.
absolutely fucking nothing. So that's why that top half looks like shit.
Damn. All because they essentially got shut down and business was killed, so all the business got started off in the top, and there's no socialist program to help them out.
Yep.
And that's probably why they keep trying to like flee to American shit, because America does have, not that it's a great one, but there is some kind of at least
Yeah,
some social
something.
there to help people get on their feet. Although in
Yeah.
my opinion it feels more of a trap. But at least
It
it's
kinda
something.
is, actually.
You know, like the way it's set up,
The
it's
way
set
it's
up
set
to
up is
get you
fucked up.
in, and it's really difficult to leave.
Right? And which
It's not
people
supposed to
stop
be
hiring
fun.
rich politicians, by the way,
Yeah.
because they don't understand shit. Like I need you to. I mean, if anyone listening to this, stop voting in the rich motherfucker because he has a nice smile and talks smooth, because he does not fucking understand you. He probably went to some Ivy League college with middle class American folks, got it, but he was so up his own ass
Mhm.
that he couldn't see people below him or whatever. So now, they don't see it as, oh, a system I create. Like, why don't these poor motherfuckers just
Listen,
work harder?
Listen, have you seen his face though?
You joke. I've heard that shit. I've seen that shit
I
online.
know. It's the truth.
Like, oh, he's cute. What the fuck does that have to do with
Oh,
anything?
he's cute. I'm gonna vote for him.
Or my favorite.
I want to bang him. He's on my list.
he has one issue that I'm all about. What about the other issues that you don't agree with? Like,
I don't care about those. He's about my one.
it's like, don't vote for looks. Don't vote for one issue. If he has 100 things he's on his platform, and you only like one, and then 99 you actually
he
hate,
wants to make the rich richer, but he wants to put all the poor people in camps. Whatever.
Yeah, I like that. I like that one plan.
He's making me richer.
Motherfucker.
Everyone's going to be richer, but all the poor people are going to be in camps. Yeah, I'll vote for him.
God damn it, I hate that.
That's
I
what
like his
happens,
idea.
dude. People always vote for whoever's going to put more money in their pocket.
And then we end up with fucked up systems where you can enter but can't leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, and it sucks up because you're into that system, and it's set up to where like it's pretty impossible to leave. Like I guess you could, but there's severe consequences, and you're going to end up worse than when you entered.
Right?
And that's not how the system is supposed to be set up. Systems like that are supposed to be set up as like stepping stones for you to come in, help you out, and then progress for you to leave.
Yeah.
Because you won't need the system anymore. But it's set up to where you are now dependent on it. It's like giving everyone heroin.
Yeah.
Is the best way I could think of it. You know.
Well, I like it.
It's
It
like,
is
guess
like
what? You're all addicted to heroin. You could say no, and you're probably gonna get sick and die of withdrawals. Or you could just keep coming back to me for that heroin, and just make sure you keep voting for that person that we keep putting up there, and we'll make sure you keep getting your heroin every month.
I actually know that.
What is his accent?
What? what is this? I was saying that's pretty damn on point. That's actually on point. But
that was my
what
creepy
is that
businessman.
Wait,
This is the backroom
no,
deals.
he's right. No, I can't get it out of my
He
head.
sounds
Fuck
like
you.
kind of like an old grandma, but not.
Fuck you. I was like, I can't get it out of
That's
my
all I
head
could
now.
think about. I was like, what the fuck accent is this?
What is that? It's like a mix of. Was there some old man Mexican in there? I felt
Maybe
like
like a teeny bit
like
like
a hint. With like
Italian,
old
or maybe
people.
like a
Yeah.
little bit.
I was just going for old and evil.
Nah, more like old lady.
Oh, old and evil.
Yeah, old and evil. There we go. Sweet.
Not so much evil.
Have you met some old ladies?
Yeah, but
They
they
were
don't sound like that.
Like half of them.
Like that was like an old smoker kind of lady.
Isn't that something too? Older women.
Maybe a little bit Jewish, maybe.
a little bit Jewy. A little bit Jewy. Oh, my shagana.
You got some curls in your hair.
See?
Why don't you call your mother? Oh God.
Had a little bit of that, a little bit of Italian, a little bit of.
I gotta work on
That.
my Jew. I gotta work on my Jew sounds.
That sounds anti-Semitic.
Oh fuck. Oh, that's. Oh, that's fucked up. Oh God. Oh, Jesus. Lordy.
I can't handle the cheese.
Oh, and we're
God,
sued.
this is going in the wrong direction.
Have you seen my lucky dreidel?
I'm gonna have to cut some of that.
You did this.
You
I
started.
You did
not.
this. You did this. You made note of the voice, and that was it. You made that turn, and we just ran with it.
Yeah.
You got to know.
But mine was not in a terrible way.
Nope, too late.
You guys have just gone downhill with it.
You redirected it. That's what we do. We're like a car with
Oh
no
my
brakes.
God.
You can steer it, but that means it's gonna stop. Just be sure you don't
I
steer it
can
down.
stop it by running it into a building.
Hey, but you steered it down a dark alley, so we're gonna get some real fucked up shit first.
Yeah.
Jesus.
There's gonna be a few things along the path.
That's just racist now.
Oh, I get why white people do it. That's fine.
We're not racist.
Not racist.
Doesn't sound like it.
Doesn't sound not at all.
No, I don't care.
Do it. Yeah. Jewy.
No, that is not okay.
Come on, what's
It's
your best?
2019.
What's your best Jew?
I don't have an accent for that.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, okay. Can I mention maybe it's just I'm old? I thought it was at least okay and fun to have a little voice acting with it, as
Yeah.
long as you're not being serious with it.
Yeah.
Like, why is everybody offended
No,
over
it's-
every goddamn thing now?
Because everyone's a special snowflake these days.
Like, I mean, if somebody tells a joke about white people and it's funny, you know what I'm gonna do?
Laugh.
Laugh. Yeah.
You can't tell about anybody else, though.
But that's
Otherwise it's
no,
fucked
no,
up.
no, no, not true. I've seen some white people go fuck off. Like if you there's some comedians. If you Google like, especially on comedy YouTube, like what the fuck is it? Comedy Central. Comedy Central is YouTube. They have like stand-ups all the time, like little snippets, right? And once in a while, you get like these occasional like white people, black people jokes, which kind of dated. But there's some new like observations and shit. Like, oh, like there's this black guy. He's like, I was on the phone with this guy and he couldn't tell if he kept referring to me as white. Well, it's a hilarious joke. But in the comments below, like a good portion, like, oh, he's hilarious. Then once in a while, you see one joke like, the black and white jokes played out. Why we can't say the same thing with black people or any other. Well, not black people, but any other ethnic group, and then it just goes on like that for a while. So, yeah,
I only
It's becoming a
what you said.
problem.
White people are humans who get their feelings hurt too. Is what I'm
Yes.
getting at. Yeah,
And
so-
I'm just
That's besides the
sick
point,
and
though.
tired of these people getting their feelings hurt over the wrong shit. Like, there's bigger fucking issues to invest your feelings into. I'm
Fuck
sorry.
the starving children. This guy said something that upset me.
well,
Like,
people
if
generally
somebody
fight for what they believe.
tells a fucked up joke or a bad joke that turns out not being funny, then don't laugh.
Well, I don't
End the
think.
joke.
I honestly don't think most people understand what a good joke is, what a bad joke is. I don't think people can tell the
That's
difference.
because it's a spectrum.
Yeah, it's a spectrum.
There's a spectrum.
I guess there's things that I'll never fucking understand as we move into the future. Maybe I am ready for Mars. This place just getting
Like
too
there's people
fucking-
like the
too
alien
confusing.
who would laugh at shit that we wouldn't laugh at.
Yeah. And some older comedians are just.
some of the older comedians.
I
are
think they should just retire. Honestly, just
Some of
just
it,
fucking
yes.
Retire.
Some of it is very played out, but there's some old comedians that have me fucking laughing hysterically still to this
I
day.
mean,
Example,
you're
Rob.
like 90 years old.
but no. I guarantee you,
You're right behind
anybody,
us.
I challenge any listener right now, go to your YouTube, type in Rodney Dangerfield.
Did you hear what he said?
No.
Go to your YouTube.
Your YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, your
I'm talking
YouTube.
like an old man. Yes,
You
I realize
definitely
this.
are.
I realize this.
There's definitely Kent of
This is go to your YouTube.
Okay,
go to YouTube.
Forgive me for taking on the persona that's given to me. Okay, but all right, little children, let's all go to your YouTube now.
Hey, you can
Type
take on
in
whatever persona you want. I'm still gonna
Rodney
make fun of you for it.
Dangerfield. That comedian is old as fuck. I'm not even sure if he's still alive anymore. I don't think he is. But that old
Oh, no, he's
comedy,
dead.
that still holds up to this fucking day. Like, that shit is
You have
hilarious.
to question if they're alive. They're usually dead.
Yeah. But no, there's like some. I know Jerry Seinfeld apparently got in trouble fairly recently for a joke
Yep.
he made. But if you hear the joke, it's pretty lame in the first place. It's
Well,
something
I
about a
mean,
French, like a
Seinfeld.
gay French king joke. And it was like,
So it was a bad joke.
it was a bad joke. But then he went like on Twitter and other places just ranting about the fact that these college kids didn't laugh at his French gay joke. Like
If so,
French
okay,
gay king joke.
That's another. Okay, it's
And
one
then that
thing.
blew up into like cancel culture shit, and it's like
Fuck
there's no
that.
such thing.
If that's what Jerry did, like, nah, that is not cool, because that's one thing that fucking pisses me off. If you are putting out any kind of content like we are, you're open to criticism.
Yeah,
If you assault your fucking audience because they're giving you criticism, you're a piece of shit and you don't deserve to have it on.
right.
End of story. So Star Wars, take note. Star Trek, take note.
Listen.
When your audience gives you criticism, and yes, I understand some of the audience is just going to be blatantly fucking stupid and they're
Yeah.
just going to say stupid stuff, but you can't assault or attack your audience. That's not how you win people over.
If you hate our shit, send us an email at theproductionfloorpodcast@gmail.com. We probably won't read it. Also, if you love our stuff, send us an email at theproductionfloorpodcast@gmail.com. We still probably won't listen to
You probably won't be read. Yeah, you're good.
it.
No,
We're too lazy for that.
but you're right
We
though.
appreciate your comment, but we're probably not going to read
You're
it.
probably not gonna read it.
Unless you send it on over to our Discord.
Unless there's nude pictures involved.
Titties,
Then we might
Yeah.
look at the picture.
something tasteful like a braless tits under a shirt.
under a shirt, yes.
Just jiggle them, just a little bit. You know?
Yeah, send us a GIF. You do that, and we'll be more than happy to
Yeah.
send you one of the items that we have for a giveaway. Speaking of, we have new items
Oh,
for the giveaway.
We do.
Yeah, we have actually acquired VR headset, like the actual VR headsets.
Oh.
Before, the items we were giving away were like
Fancy.
the VR games and whatnot, like they had the controllers. This is not a
Fuck
VR
the games.
headset. Put your phone into the headset, set it up, close it, put the headset on, boom.
We're going to
VR.
send you a Google Cardboard.
Mm.
And I was thinking, what we might end up doing, I don't know how everyone else feels, but I was thinking if we get all the members of the production floor to sign one of these headsets, and then we're thinking about doing some
Sure,
kind
I'll
of special contest for our listeners and giving this unique headset that will be signed by every member of the production floor.
I thought you said we could develop an app with those jiggly tits, and that way you can just put the app in your phone and put it in your headset and just have those in your face. all the
Sure,
time.
why not?
Yeah, side project.
Side project. Jiggly tits VR. Always in your face all the time.
Oh yeah, sponsored by the production floor.
Boop boop. That's how we do.
Yep.
Have a great day.
On that note,
Balls deep.
thank you all for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe,
Well,
and
fuck
click
your
that
comment.
donate button. Or don't. It's up to you. We don't give a fuck.
No
Goodbye.
thanks.